Okay. Ooh, okay, let's do the Poe sisters from Ocarina of Time. I like them. They're cool. I like the fun fact that they're named after the Little Women sisters. I think the coolest part about them is that they are an effective like piece of the whole forest temple.
Yes.
I think that they are the entire like the whole there's a bunch of little mini puzzles, but the whole puzzle together is the four of them. I think that that's really cool. I love that you get to the end, and I believe Amy is the purple one, and she's all distraught because you defeated her sisters, and then you fight her. I just think there's such a cool element to not only, Ocarina of Time, but that dungeon. They're just such a neat part because once you get all the pieces together, it feels very complete and very like you just solved something. So I really like that. I would put them at nightmare level, I think.
I'm gonna go shining level.
Okay.
I'm gonna do shining level. Everybody knows I love the forest temple. I love I love the whole aesthetic of the forest temple, and a big part of that is the Post sisters, and like they're like it's such a simple thing, but like just the colors of the Post sisters, they look so
Hmm.
cool and they look like so visually striking, and like the way that they go into the paintings on the walls, and like you have to like hunt. Yeah, I think you summed it up actually very well. It's like it's an awesome puzzle that runs throughout the entire dungeon, and like there's mini puzzles, but there's an overarching goal objective puzzle that you need to complete in order to finally get the elevator down to fight Phantom Ganon. So I would put them at like shine level. I really love this side quest. I really love the Poe sisters. It's one of the first things that really struck me in a Zelda game. Like I've told this story before, but like how when I walked into the Forest Temple the first time as a kid, I was just like, "Whoa, this is like unbelievable!" And like the music was a big part of that, but the Post sisters were a big part of that too, because like these creepy ghosts and stealing this like magical looking fire and going into these like incredible paintings on the wall was just like so I don't know. I was like so mind blowing to me. So I have a soft spot for the Post sisters. So I would put them at the highest tier, the shining tier. This is
I
what I
think
was talking about when I was
you
saying
might have to
that.
fight them.
Sorry.
You might have to fight for them. Is that
Yeah,
this
yeah.
like
Who are we
yeah.
talking about? I think it was Zelda that went into the nightmare level. This is the receipt I was talking about.
Yeah. I think the only reason I personally wouldn't put them in the Shining level is because I think, and we can talk about him next if you want, is I think Phantom Ganon is the Shining level.
Okay.
So
Well,
that's my only personal take. You can put them in the Shining if you want, though.
okay. So if I do this though, I have no more negotiating
Okay.
ammo here.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do it because I think that we're probably gonna be on the same level for the rest of this list.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to talk about Phantom Ganon?
Yeah, let's talk about Phantom Ganon. Um, I think that I agree with you that the Poe sisters are like a huge part of the Forest Temple, and I do look forward to, getting that all figured out when I get to that point in the game. But Phantom Ganon is, I've talked about it before, probably one of my favorites of the whole series. I also really like Phantom Ganon from Wind Waker. I just think
Hmm.
he's such a cool concept, cool idea. He's very effectively scary. I love the fact that he like basically looks like Ganon. And it's reminiscent from when you're a child Link and he's on the horse and he's like very imposing, giant, scary man. But then he like rips off his face and he's this flaming skull underneath.
Very
And
creepy.
he's so creepy and he's so cool. And he's got this very menacing, evil Ganondorf laugh. Like it's just like altered, but similar. Yeah. And then he's like, that was actually really good. And
I'm
then
a
he's coming
professional.
in. He's coming in and out of the paintings, and you have to guess which painting he's coming out of. And then when he means business, he's like, F this horse. He gets off his horse and he starts throwing, the energy balls at you, and you get to
The
play the
Dead
Dead
Man's
Man's
Volley. Oh,
Volley, which is
classic.
always a classic. It's so good. I love it's so cinematic and great. It's very close. No, I wouldn't say it's very close. It's close enough to when you're fighting Ganondorf at the end. It's like my gear up. I love getting to that point of the game. It's middle ground for me. I freaking love it. So I would put that at Shining level.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you, but I actually, this might surprise you, but I think that the Poe sisters are actually better than Phantom Ganon. If it
Mm.
were just my list, I actually might put Phantom Ganon and Nightmare on Zelda Street level. Not because I don't agree with everything you just said. I do think that this is an awesome fight, but I do. Part of me always wish that we could have had like a boss that was something a little bit more unique to the Forest Temple setting, which
Yeah, I can
I
understand
guess
that.
like a ghost coming in and out of paintings is very appropriate for, the Forest Temple, since you've been dealing with ghosts in paintings. But the second
Right.
half, when you're doing the Dead Man's Volley, it's awesome. Don't get me wrong, but it is a little bit disconnected from the rest of it. But like, not
Yeah, I can
really,
see that.
not really. Like, I'm kind of
I get
nitpicking
what you're
here, but
saying. Yeah.
so
Yeah, no, I
for
love
that
it.
reason, I would have put it behind the Poe sisters. But I mean, I don't really. I can't really argue with it being shining level at all, because like for all the reasons you said, it's an awesome like boss battle. The gallery that you're in is so awesome. The like I actually, what's a little touch about that I really love is that when you go in, you're kind of looking around, you're waiting, you're just like, okay, and then you go to leave, and then that's when the spikes come up and trap
Yeah.
you in. It's a small little thing, but I really like it. Um,
Yeah.
and you actually like, I don't know about you, but like I almost kind of feel bad for this ghost after the fight, because Ganondorf's like, this puppet sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you see you later, alligator.
Yeah, he decimates him. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So yeah, okay, I'm down with shining level. I think
I
that's
agree.
fine.
I'm kind of bummed that Phantom Ganon from Wind Waker isn't on this list, but I would fight for Phantom Ganon from Wind Waker too, though I think he'd be more nightmare level. But I kind of like
Yeah.
that we know it's the same Ganondorf, so we know it's the same Phantom Ganon, so I think that's kind of cool.
Well, I mean, I guess if we're combining them too, like you could say like, that's a definite shining level too, because I think that the Phantom Ganon and Wind Waker is very cool, except for that awful fight that you have to do where the sword drops. I hate
Yeah,
that, but that's not
I
Phantom
like the
Ganon's
fight
fault,
in the
really.
yeah, I like the fight in Forsaken Fortress more.
Yeah, that's a good fight.
Yeah.
Hey everyone! If you enjoyed this clip and want to see more of the Zelda Cast, make sure to head over to your favorite podcast platform of choice and subscribe. There are over 200 episodes in the vault that will provide you with hundreds of hours of Zelda content for you to enjoy. You can listen to us when you're on a walk, fighting Ganon, trying to sleep, whatever. And if you want to see these shows as they happen, make sure to head over to twitch.tv/the ZeldaCast, where you can watch our beautiful faces talk about Zelda every single week. Don't miss out, and we'll see you next time.